In this video, I'll be showing you a Karthus game from this player on EU West so you can learn to get some free LP games. Jumping into the gameplay here, you can see Karthus' team is looking for an early pick. They've got a pike, he hits the hook on Tahm Kench, and that's going to be a nice first blood for the Karthus here. So he's going to walk over here, drop a ward on in Kha'Zix's jungle so that he can get confirmation of where he is and whether he full clears. After recalling, you can see Karthus has picked up a Dark Seal and he is starting on his blue buff here. From what I've seen of this player's games, he default starts blue buff every single game, regardless of whether it's on the top side like now or on the bottom side, because it's the fastest for his clear speed. He smites the blue buff here so he can hit level 2 sooner, so he can clear even quicker. And you can see every time he uses his Q, he tries to get an auto attack in. On the blue buff, you use your auto attack every 2 Qs, but you can see on the Gromp, it's pretty much every auto attack. If we look at the bottom lane here, we can see that they're extremely pushed up and it could be a good gank opportunity. But instead of dropping camps, Karthus is a champion, as I said, who plays for clear speed. So he is going to finish off his clear before he looks for the bottom lane. You can see this champion clears abnormally fast. At 3 minutes, he's already done with his clear. This gives him 15 seconds to go pressure a lane, gank somewhere, or put down a ward, or do something with all this free time he has. Pyke looked for the Q there. Thresh does flash to respect it, and we can see Kha'Zix ganking the middle lane. This is pretty much telling us his pathing now is bot to top, because he's going to secure that top crab now. He only had 16 CS as well, so we have confirmation now of what Kha'Zix has done. So now Karthus isn't going to recall and run straight back to his top side like he normally would, because he has so much free time here. He can just walk down to the bottom lane and pressure them, because he still has another 30 seconds before he actually has to recall to be on time for his Gromp. You can see 2v2 breaking out in the bottom lane, and he's just going to come react to this. Flashes in, slows the MF, misses all his Qs, but it's fine. You're playing Karthus, you just press E, auto attack, and your Tristana does the work, and that's 2 kills for the bottom lane right there. And he still has so much time before he has to recall for his top side, so he's just going to help Tristana push the wave in here, hit the tower a bit, and try to get a bit more of a lead. That gank that Karthus just pulled off was really big because his pike is unlocked to just roam to the top lane. We saw the wave. Tahm Kench is pushing into Gangplank, so he's definitely going to be overextended. So it's something Karthus could go to, because we can see Kha'Zix, Gangplank, Tahm Kench, pike all up there. So if we show up there, it's just going to be a 3 versus 2 that we could run away with. But you can see Gangplank's wave does just get crashed under tower, and Tahm Kench has backed off, so he's just back onto the clear. Kiana just pulled off a really nice roam on the bottom lane here, and Karthus is going to use this as an opportunity to invade Kha'Zix. You can see he's level 5 here. He's got a Lost Chapter and a Dark Seal. He's very strong right now because Kha'Zix is going to be level 4. And we know he's going to be on his Gromp here because we just saw him on the top side. He cleared out all his camps. What's he going to do? He's going to recall, come back to his Gromp, and he's using his mid lane and bottom lane priority here to be really aggressive. This is all completely calculated. This is a fight he wants to take, and he's just trying to bully Kha'Zix as much as he can right now. Kiana does get outplayed a little bit by the blast cone, but she does manage to walk away, and this MF is out of position. Tristana jumps in, those 2 kills that she got earlier. She's got a big lead now over the MF, and he just pops her with the Karthus as well. He's gonna pick up his crab here, and again they're gonna look for Kha'Zix's jungle. You can see he has full prio on the bottom lane. MF just died. Victor's busy clearing out waves in the middle lane, and this Kha'Zix is just being completely bullied. That should be a kill right there for the Tristana. Really nice. And now what's Thresh gonna do here? Absolutely nothing. He's just gonna fall here to the Karthus Q, and he's just getting such a huge lead here over the Kha'Zix. Like, he's already level 6 while Kha'Zix is level 4. And this really is just the power of the Karthus jungle. The fight is continuing, and he can just continue fighting here. Tristana is strong. He is super strong. Just hit your Qs and it does a ridiculous amount of isolated damage. Tristana hopefully does survive there. There it goes. And now Karthus, he's just gonna come and pick up this blue buff. Kha'Zix can't really do anything to him. He's level 6, and he can just kite this down words back to his own side. So by the time Kha'Zix would show up, if he comes bot side, which I doubt he would after all of the fighting that just went on, he wouldn't even be in risk of dying anyway. So he does pick up that blue buff, and you can see he's coming back to his jungle here because looking at his gold, he's got 1600 and his abyssal mask is going to be 2000 gold. So he's playing for his power spike, and this is why he's going to continue his farm here. 2000 gold exactly. Karthus picks up Abyssal Mask, and just look at the difference in items between himself and the Kazakhs. This is why you pick Karthus, because you can literally AFK farm and get such a big lead over the enemy team, and if you combine that with a smart play like the invade earlier, you're just going to be so ridiculously ahead that the enemy team can't really do much about it. Since we just recently saw Kazakhs on the blue buff control ward on the map, Karthus is free to just take the Herald here and the Crab. Right now we're seeing Tahm Kench in the bottom lane. We know that there's 4 players on the bottom side of the map, so Karthus can just come in here with his gangplank and look to break this first tower for that bonus gold and for all of those plates. Kazakhs is really desperate for the pike here from the looks of it, and he's just going to come in here, slow him, 2 Qs, and he's just done. So now this is going to open up the dragon for Karthus. There's nobody in lanes to contest this. Kazakhs is dead, so this is just going to be a free pickup for him. Karthus is level 8 right here compared to MF and Thresh level 5. His pike has ulti, so he's just really bullying the enemy team out of the game here. As you can see, he's just very obnoxious, this champion. He clears incredibly quick, he does a lot of damage, he's quite a safe pick. Even if you fall behind, he can be super strong, and look at that Q damage. MF does flash that one, so she does get away, but this pick is absolutely obnoxious. He's so good at everything that a jungler could ever really want to be good at. Unfortunately, he does overplay the situation here, and it looks like he will fall. He trades 1 for 1 for the Kazakhs, which isn't worth, but I think his Tristana might be able to pick up that Victor. No, has to walk away, but still, the pressure that he's creating here is insane. And his Kiana's coming in, looking for her own dive. This time Kench's probably going to fall because Kiana's around, and Gangplank's just getting free push and a free lead in the top lane. Instead of AFK farming his jungle, Karthus sees that his Kiana has recalled, his Tristana is pressuring bot lane, his Gangplank is pressuring top lane. There's no one around to defend this tower, so he's just going to catch the wave and push this tower for some plates. After one-shotting all of the jungle camps, we can see that his team is grouped up here in the mid lane, so he's just going to come in, follow up with his teammates, and they're just going to be able to roll over the enemy team. Like, look how strong this Karthus is. The ulti does pick up the Kazakhs, Pike follows up onto the Thresh, and really they're just steamrolling the enemy team now at this stage. As you can see here, Karthus is up a full item on the Kazakhs. He's got a 4-level lead, and he won his bottom lane, he won his mid lane, he won his top lane, he got all the plates in the top lane, and really all they just have to do is just group up here and just suffocate the enemy out of the game. So I hope you did learn something from this game. Definitely abuse Karthus right now while you can, because this champion is always S3, he's always ridiculous. Literally just by AFK farming and moving at the correct times, you're just gonna stomp games.